So this first meal is at 8 AM and I usually have a banana with it, presuming that I am training after this meal. What's up guys, it is Joseph Rakic here from josephrakicfitness.com and welcome to episode number 2 of my new YouTube series called Leaner by the Day. Basically where I'm documenting my full entire cut, showing you guys exactly what I do in order to get shredded. Now you see this picture here? This is me at my most leanest that I've ever got, ever in my life. It was maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But you can see that is extremely lean. So I do know a thing or two about fat loss. So with this series, I want to bring you as much information and as much knowledge as I can and share it with all you guys. Right now, however, I am heading off to the gym. I'm about to smash some legs. But when I do get back from the gym, I am going to go over all of my meals, show you how I meal prep my meals, show you what I consume for each individual meal, and then give you the total calorie and macronutrient breakdown of protein, carbohydrates, and fats that I'm currently consuming on my cut. So, keep watching. So right now guys, I'm going to go over, I'm going to do my meal prep for tomorrow. So make every single meal and explain it to you in depth.
I'm just chopping up potatoes.
Yeah, I do before I put it in. So right in here we've got some eye fillet, my favourite cut of steak. So what I do, I just shove it in there and cook it for 6 minutes. You know, you take it out, flip it around, cook it for another minute or 2. So these veggies here, guys, that I buy is snap frozen. So what that means, it's basically better than fresh, because as soon as they're cut, they're put straight into a refrigerator and frozen at the point. So fresh, you probably think is better, but fresh is actually being, you know, cut for quite a while. So there's actually more vitamins and more minerals locked into this when you buy it snap frozen. So I just buy 400 gram bags and I have the whole 400 grams as a single meal. Super high in potassium. This is the tuna that I use. It is John West No Drain.
But what's your take on like the flavoured tuna? Does it matter? Or?
Nah, flavoured tuna is alright as long as it fits in with your calorie requirements. No problem at all. However, I just like getting plain spring water tuna. Except this one's no drain. And the rice that I use, basmati rice. Again, super simple, super easy. Chuck this in the microwave for 90 seconds and you're good to go.
So this is just beefed, and I think his steak. Well, yeah, it's good, Joe.
Good?
This is probably like a medium if you cut it.
Oh yeah,
That's
sweet.
how Joe likes it. Yummy. 3 animals here. We've got a cow, a chicken, and some fish.
One of these is the best inventions ever. So right now I just chuck my sweet potato in there. Put a little bit of water over it all. About yay. Chuck the lid on, open the air vent, and then we chuck this in the microwave for 5 or 6 minutes. So with my diets, guys, I'm all about convenience. So I could buy I could buy salmon and cook it up, but honestly, so much easier to buy this packet salmon, literally all I do. Rip it out of there and chuck it onto the plate.
But in saying
shit.
that, sometimes he buys raw salmon fillet and he'll put it in the air fryer for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and that's so
That's
good.
easy too.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it depends on time. Like if you're quickly rushing out the door for like an unplanned event or something, you quickly buy that, you know. But if you
Yeah.
have like, if you delegate Sunday to meal prep day,
Yeah.
I'd cook it all because then you can use different herbs, different spices, cook it up differently. Like you can use the oven, you know. I mean, not everybody's gonna go into Nando's and spend money on tenderloins. Some people would rather cook their tenderloins in an oven and just.
Yeah, and exactly, like you don't have, like, I go out and buy Nando's again because it's easy and convenient, but sometimes I'll just literally get chicken breast from the supermarket and cook up 200 grams of chicken breast at once. So it's whatever suits you and your lifestyle. If you can get 200 grams chicken breast from Nando's, we can cook it. Whatever is easiest for you or whatever you enjoy the most, go for it.
Question, what basting do you get on it?
So at Nando's they've got many different bastings, but I actually just say no basting, and it's literally just plain. Sometimes if you get the basting, it might add on.
That's why you go to Nando's.
Yeah. If you add the basting, however, it just adds the calories up there, and I'd rather save those calories and use it on more whole foods.
So we got plain chicken, plain salmon, no flavored tuna, plain chicken, non-seasoned steak. Plain guy.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
And there you go, guys. We are done the meal prep. That took me roughly about 20 minutes, give or take, and this is all my meals for tomorrow. So there is 5 meals in total. I used to be on 6 meals, but with having 6 meals, those meals were a little bit smaller. So I've gone down to 5 meals now, and I've just made each one of those meals bigger and more calorie dense. So at least this way it fills me up. Anyway, for meal number 1, we have 200 grams of eye fillet steak and 300 grams of red skin potato. You can use a normal white potato, it doesn't matter. The reason I'll use red skin is because I actually like the flavor better. Red skin potato is super great, super high in potassium, which is an important electrolyte, especially for muscle contraction and muscle fullness. And then you got your steak, good source of creatine, iron, and B vitamins.
So do you have like specific times to eat, or do you just eat when you're hungry?
Yep, so I have specific times. So this first meal is at 8 AM, and I usually have a banana with it, presuming that I am training after this meal. However, if I don't train after this meal, I'll have the banana in a later meal for my pre-workout meal, just to get a bit of extra carbohydrates in me. Meal number 1, roughly around 7 or 8 AM in the morning. Meal number 2 is usually post-workout meal after the gym, which is around 12 o'clock. I've got 200 grams of chicken tenderloins and 300 grams of sweet potato, which here in New Zealand we call kumara. Now, I usually buy chicken from the supermarket and just cook it up. However, sometimes I'm short on time, so what I do, I go to Nando's and I literally buy some chicken tenderloins, 200 grams, quick and easy, and I just chuck that on a plate. I have no basting. Then for meal number 3, which is at 4 PM, I have 1 can of tuna, which is 160 grams usually, and I have 250 grams of basmati rice. Now you're probably thinking, why white rice instead of brown rice? It comes down to a personal preference thing and what I like and enjoy. I like the taste of white rice better than brown rice. Brown rice is actually better on a nutrition basis, more B vitamins, higher in fiber, but at the end of the day it's not really going to matter because the difference is so small. Right here we have meal number 4, and this is no carbohydrates in this meal, or no direct sources of carbs. It's basically just protein and fat. So I've got 180 grams of salmon, 400 grams of mixed vegetables, and 1 whole avocado. Avocado is another great source of potassium, not to mention good for magnesium, vitamins and minerals in all these veggies, and your essential fatty acids in the salmon. 5th and final meal, so this one is usually around 8 PM. 5th and final meal is usually the last meal of the day, right before I go to sleep. So it's usually around 11, maybe 12 o'clock at night before I hit the sack. And again, that is a repeat. It is 200 grams chicken breast or 5 chicken tenders from Nando's and 250 grams of basmati white rice. So that right there is my full day of eating, guys. In total, there is 290 grams of protein for this whole entire day. Yes, I know that is more grams of protein than what I need and then what is optimal, but I just love literally eating protein food, so my protein intake is higher. All that means is just less carbohydrates and less fats in my diet, but that's okay. Once I start bringing the calories lower and lower, I will try to bring the protein down a little bit so I can have more carbs and more fats. My carbohydrate intake is 348 grams and my fat intake is 81 grams with a total of 3,281 calories. Again, every day the meals are slightly different, but the calories are always 3,200. Now, some days the protein's a little lower, carbs are a little higher, but it always fluctuates around there. And yeah, don't forget guys, if you're interested in changing your life, whether it be building muscle or losing body fat, I can help you. I'm an online personal trainer. And if you sign up with me, you'll get access to my JRF app, my private Facebook group, and everything that you need to achieve the results that you want. I give you customized meal plans, customized workout programs, and they are updated every 4 weeks. So you get the best results and the fastest results possible without hitting a plateau. All you need to do is click the link in the description box down below for more information.
That's a fucking perfect shot.
Wow, that's good.